My name's John. I'm 24. I'm from Massachusetts, and this is Financial Audit.
Well, thanks for coming down from Massachusetts. What do you do for a living there?
I'm a site reliability engineer. I work remotely from my house.
Okay, cool. So I assume that comes with a pretty delicious income, right?
It's pretty good, yeah.
What is it?
I get about $8,100 a month.
Wow. Okay, that is delicious. What would you give yourself right now in terms of your financial situation? In general, not for your age, but your financial situation, where you should be in life, 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably give myself like a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly because of the debts.
Okay. Well, we're going to hit the debts first. So, 24 years old, $79,623, a payoff amount for something. What is this something?
That is a private student loan.
Private student loan?
Yeah. It was Wentworth Institute of Technology in Boston. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Why don't you just get certified or something?
Well,
Dude, I swear, in tech right now, man, I know tech is having, a little bit of a post hiring everyone layoffs type thing. But even still, for the people that are getting hired, man, experience first. Even LinkedIn just came out with a thing today saying, so I'm dating the episode recording, saying that they think the future, based on the applicants and what hirers are looking for, are going to be based on job experience and not degrees. Man, we could have got you certified. Imagine if you went through something like the Partners We Have Course Careers or any other certification program and got certified in something, and you made the same amount of money each year, and you didn't have $80,000 of private. Let's calculate what this minimum monthly payment is going to be. So would you say this was a mistake?
I wouldn't say I can't take it back, and I have a really good career.
Would you say it was a mistake?
I wouldn't say it was a mistake for me, no.
So at $79,623, 7% interest, it's probably the traditional 10-year repayment, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, they have like a 30-year repayment, but I'm not doing that.
But you're on the 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I basically want to pay it off as fast as possible. And since like the start of this year, I've like started budgeting and everything. Dude. So I have my spending is very low.
Sure, and it better because this is about to be this is going to be $924 a month repayment. Death. The next one, and we decided, we're 24, we better get a brand new awesome car.
Yeah.
Gotta get a Tesla. Where you owe $51,628, kill me now, $98. Death. Stupid. 6%, so it's not the worst, but if you consider depreciation in cars in a standard car market, which we're getting closer and closer and closer to actually entering, again.
Yeah.
At a $931 minimum monthly payment. So now with the minimum monthly payments, we're like close to $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Because a Tesla, it's like my dream car.
Yeah.
And yet, I'm just investing everything right now, which is what you should be doing. We got to take advantage of our age. I'm almost in that big scary 3-0. But even still, the compound growth that we get to take advantage of as our age, dude, it should not, more than $900 should not be going to a vehicle at where you are. Yeah. Make a good income. Let's get an okay car. Sure. Absolutely fantastic. $30,000 car. I don't give a But are we doing this now? And when we talk about car debt in general, and this is just, again, with everything I say, this is based on my own past getting out of really bad debt.
I bought this car at the end of last year, and realizing now like
last year, so this was
how bad it is. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, because if you get out of this car, even if you sell it for like $30,000, then you still have to come up with the other 20.
Yeah.
So do you need a car, or do you and your fiance live together?
We don't live together yet. Yeah.
Okay.
But we will be starting at the end of the summer. Yep.
End of the summer. So pretty soon.
Yep. And I live with my parents, and they have cars as well.
Oh, that you can borrow. And then your fiance, she has a car?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we also have federal student loans?
Yeah. Yep.
Jeez, it just keeps going.
Yeah, the student loans are rough.
For over $100,000 in student loans.
Yeah, I think it's about like $105,000.
Yeah. That's insanity. So here we have $26,276. I'm guessing that's going to be about a $250 minimum monthly payment. on the traditional 10-year. Now, what is this? It's just you spent money on a card and then you paid it off.
Yeah, I think that's a Best Buy card. I wanted to bring that up
The Best Buy card.
because more awful
So this
spending.
is no longer the case. The balance on the Best Buy
Right,
card
it's
does not exist.
it's clear. That's why I sent the other picture.
Gotcha. So we've paid off the Best Buy card. Yeah, it would have been 30%, but I'm glad we paid that off. What was that? What were you doing on the Best Buy card? You must have bought something.
Just idiotic purchases. I bought like a $2,500 graphics card and then a new MacBook.
What is that? A 4090?
It was a 3090 Ti at the time.
3090 Ti. I have an American Express. I don't. So new charges new charges 658, and they're pretty much all bull. So like $658 of bullshit mostly. There's a few things like okay, Ring monthly. I'm okay with that because it's good to keep that stuff backed up. And there's some things that are like services. I'm thinking maybe some utilities. I'm not 100% sure. And then obviously supercharging on the Tesla, that replaces gas. I'm not going to beat you down for that. But then New York Bagel and Speedwell Coffee and Shaw's and Paddle.net and Bertricky's and Ben & Jerry's and Blue Kangaroo and Stop and Shop for $15 and Wellies and Superstop. And
So I will say, like Shaw's, Stop and Shop, Speedwell, that's all groceries. Speedwell is like my coffee subscription.
well, you don't need that.
Well, no, like whole beans. I do espresso at home.
Oh, cool, but that's an expensive way to do coffee still. And Taco Bell, and I'm a coffee dude. I get it. Like I get fancy beans, I brew them, and I do espresso at home as well. I was just drinking espresso right before this, but still, when we're in bad debt, do we need that? I don't think so. And Taco Bell and parking in TJ Maxx and Hulu, Riccardi's and Hulu, Bova Bakery, Dragon Bowl, Mac and Bolio's and Panera Bread and Ichigo, Uber Eats, Red Robin. Don't think we need to be doing that.
Sure. I will say I have a pretty reasonable budget for like food spending, like going out to
You
eat.
shouldn't have a going out to eat spending thing if you have a 7% student loan thing that's starting in 2 months. If you have a Tesla at 6% with depreciation included in that, no. We
That's
shouldn't
fair.
be having that.
That's fair.
And then $7 purchase, which was on Amazon for another card. So you pay off all the credit cards. We don't have credit card debt, which is good. We just have disgusting private student loans and some federal student loans that some of them won't be great, and then a Tesla that you're underwater in.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Is this a checking account? I think this is a checking account.
Yeah, that looks like my checking.
So you have $8,000 in there, $9,000 in there?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, so $9,000 in checking. $9,000 in checking. There wasn't $6 depending, but you have $24,417 in there, which I'm very happy to see.
Yeah, and I will say though, and one of the reasons why I was pretty happy to chat with you is that $24,000 right there is was my savings for down payment on a house. So it is in savings, but I was very close to I actually had an accepted offer on a house. The whole thing went through, and then it basically got bought at foreclosure as well. So then I ended up pulling out of that because it was like some crazy situation, and I didn't want to.
How much was the house?
It was like $350.
Okay.
Yeah.
Housing's cheap up there compared to what I thought.
It needed some work. It was a small ranch. It needed some work.
Compared to Austin, $350. Then we have a Schwab, which is
401k.
401k.
Yep.
You don't have a Roth IRA?
No, I don't.
Okay, we got to get you a Roth IRA here pretty soon. And it's $30,000 in a 2065, so index retirement fund, which I love those. Those are good. They're more aggressive at first, then they get more conservative as we get close to that retirement age. That is the 2065. So that's cool. That's it, right? No more debt.
Yeah. That's it. Yep.
Scared me. Okay. So now it's gonna come down to what do we do about all this stuff?
Yeah, I had like a couple month plan. So basically, like,
What was your plan?
me and my fiance were like gonna reattack trying to get a house at the start of next year.
No.
No.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay.
No, right now we're focused on paying off a 7% private student loans at $80,000 of stupidity. We're not getting a house right now. F you, no mortgage. So $211 is going to your phone. Debt, we're getting rid of the Tesla immediately, so I'm not going to put your minimum monthly payment of that in there. the $924 of the private student loans and the $250 of the federal student loans will be $1,174 a month. Cool. So $1,174 is minimum debt payments. Do you know what your rent is going to be in a few months?
If I were to get an apartment?
Oh, it's not decided?
So I live with my parents right now.
Yeah, but you said you're moving in with your fiance.
She's moving in with us.
Oh, that's completely different. Okay.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
internet,
yeah.
what's your internet that you have to pay?
The internet is 100.
That's some cheap internet. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now you don't pay for gas because it's Tesla, and we're getting rid of the Tesla anyway, so we're not even going to do the charging. Do you pay for any other utilities like electricity at the home, or is that on the parents?
I give my parents 150 a month for just the utilities, whatnot. Yep.
Now, how does the food situation work in the house with groceries and all that?
I buy all my groceries, and if my parents cook a meal, like I'll eat with them sometimes, but I handle my own food.
Then I think you can do kind of cheaper than most people, right? Like how often
Yeah.
do you eat what they prepare? On average, just on
Not too often, like maybe once or twice a week.
once or twice a week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you $250 for groceries.
Yeah, I will say like I've been kind of being a rat at the house, and I've been like living off of like maybe 100 to 150 a month on groceries. Like my budget I set to like 400, but I haven't really hit even close to that.
Now
So-
I'm gonna give you 250, and then for like toothpaste, face care, all that stuff, I'm giving you 75. Any other minimum monthly payments that you can think of that you have, not including the Tesla, not including what we've gone over. So no car insurance. We're not thinking about that either right now because Tesla's gone.
Yeah. That being the case, no, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Then your minimum monthly expenses in order to survive are actually incredible, meaning that you should be able to get out of this situation and we can get you into owning a home with your future wife. In order for you to survive, you need $1,960 a month. Compared to your $8,100, I mean, come on. 24%. Your needs are 24%. That's incredible. But obviously, we just don't like the math around the debt. So what we're going to try to do is take advantage of your income and that gap there, and you living at home now to pay off the aggressively stupid private student loan. Tesla, we sell it for 30. You owe 20. Cool. That's great.
I have to pay that like immediately though when I sell it, right?
You do, because
Yeah.
what you're going to do is take $20,000 from your savings, and it's done.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts, but it's there for a reason. It's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
at most, if where you are 4.15 or the savings account, I use 4.3. That's not beating 7%, so there's no point of it even being there.
Sure.
When we can just pay it off. Like math, it's just full math makes no sense.
Yep.
So we're pulling out $20,000. You have $4,417 left in there, and then you're paying off the Tesla's done today. No more car insurance. Woo, fantastic. Saves you some money because we'd have about $2,000 less in how much money you have left over on a monthly basis. In fact, your needs would be 50% if we still had the Tesla.
Yeah.
So, because that thing's ridiculous for you. You do not need that yet. At some point, sure. You do not.
No, honestly, not at some point. It's just a ridiculous car to own.
It is, but I mean, at
know.
some point you can have it. It just
Yeah,
doesn't
for
make
sure.
sense now.
Yeah.
So from there, what do we have? Tesla's gone. 8,100's coming in on a minimum monthly basis. Minus that by your 1,960. Okay, cool. So you're okay. There's $4,000 left in your savings. 4,400. Guess what? You're taking out 2,400. Sorry.
What's that for?
Just write this down real quick. Okay, so you're taking out 6,000. No, you're taking out 6,000 from your checking and 2,400 from your savings into 8,400, and you're putting that immediately towards your private student loans. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you, with where you are in your age, in your career field, and living at home, even just with a 1 month emergency fund, which is what you're going to have on the side, That's perfect. That's okay. That's an acceptable risk level for your situation. Because if worst comes to worst, I don't think your parents are gonna allow you to starve on the street. Something tells me.
Yeah, they're pretty good people.
So we minus that by 8,400. Okay, so private student loans is now 71,223. We're gonna divide that by the $6,140 you're gonna put towards it a month. You know, actually, because you live at home, because there is money to work with, I want to be a little more flexible. I want to start being a little more flexible. I will allow $150 a month in going out to eat money.
Cool.
And
yeah, that's what my budget is right now for that.
That, of course, brings it down to 5,990 of what's left over, because that's still a good number. That's why I'm allowing you to have more flexibility. If people are cutting it close, then I have no flexibility, but that seems reasonable. Just so if $150 a month on enjoying a little bit of life gives you a higher success rate of completing this, even if it's a few months longer, I would rather that happen than a higher chance of it just falling apart and you not completing it. So if that's what it takes, it's a little better. So I want to be a little more flexible on that going forward, but again, it's situation to situation. So this is your situation and that does not apply to everyone's situation. Now we have $71,223 left to pay off on the private student loans, and we have an additional $5,990 on a minimum monthly basis. So divide that by that. What are we looking at? With you following that exact budget strictly, a year. So a year from now, the private student loans are gone, which is actually incredible. For an $80,000 student loan balance of 7%, I mean, a year from now, they're gone. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Imagine what your life looks like going forward.
It is. Yeah. And when I was like
crazy
using the calculator for like the student loan repayment calculator, you know, if I were to do like one of those like 15, 30 or whatever, like flex income loan repayment things, I think the interest that I would pay total was like over 200,000. So that's horrendous.
Now you have an additional $6,921 a month left 12 years from now. Because Tesla no longer exists.
1 year from now.
Private student, 1 year from now. I think you're set up for success. It's just the big thing right now is just cut back a little, make the budget what I listed, and then pay everything aggressively towards this. I haven't seen any indication that you have so far. You've been putting a little bit into Marcus, but even Marcus is only up to $25,000. With the money you've been making, like if you didn't bullshit last year, the private student loans would be gone. Like we've shown that. Mm-hmm. So right now, it just depends what you're actually going to do. Knowing yourself, knowing you and the life you live, tell me what is going to happen when you leave this place and you go home.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting rid of the car. It's something that's been on my mind, past couple months. I just have been worried about the negative equity on it, and the fact that we've been looking at a house as well. So I was like, I have this savings, but it's for down payment on a house. So I don't feel comfortable selling the car and having to pay that out of pocket. Definitely getting rid of the car, using whatever from savings I need to offset that. And then, just aggressively paying down the private student loans. Okay. It's kind of been my plan, but I did have in my plan getting the house at the start of next year.
No,
so definitely
that makes no sense.
Gonna wait on that a bit longer.
Good. If you follow this dude, you're gonna be a multimillionaire by the time you retire. And then of course we have a combined household income at some point. What does she do for a living?
She's a teacher.
Okay, so with the combined household income and the benefits that teachers get, you guys are gonna be multimillionaires by the time you retire. In a pretty early retirement too. You're not going to be working in your 60s, or you can if you want, but you're not forced to. You're not going to be working in your 70s, especially. So, right at that 59 and a half when you can start some withdrawals, dude, you can start them. And it's great. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. Any final thoughts?
No, I just want to say anyone else who's in my situation, and sees themselves going down like a path, just spending a bunch of money and not realizing it, hope you find this video helpful. Also shout out Bo and Sylvia for finding Caleb and showing him to me.
Bo and Sylvia, let's go. For John, obviously he piled up an insane amount of stupid debt. But unlike most, with his income situation, being able to get rid of the Tesla and living at home, I think he's going to be the quickest out of anyone that's been on the show to get to a 10 out of 10 from where he is today. When it comes to his Hammer financial score at this point, when it comes to spending, solid middle of the road 5 out of 10. He was certainly spending money he shouldn't have that should be going towards the debt, and was a little over his budget of $150 that he said he was following. He clearly wasn't, but 5 out of 10, pretty middle of the road. Debt, not good, not the worst we've seen. The private student loans, come on. The Tesla at his age, come on, 2 out of 10. Retirement, very happy where he is for his age, 5 out of 10. Emergency fund, it's fantastic. He saved that $24,000. This is a 10 out of 10. I would have to take points away from that, but I'm not going to, but I would because it has to go to the student loans. But again, he saved that up and that's where it is today. So I'm very happy, 10 out of 10 for that. Real estate, that'll be like a 6, 7 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10 eventually. But right now it's a 0 out of 10, but that'll get there soon. Hammer financial score, 4.5 out of 10. I have